What's good, B Gang? It's your boy Big B, and we are back again for another edition of Frag-Rant. Oh, and by the way, if you are new to the channel, Frag-Rant is a new series to the channel where we talk about fragrance-related topics, subscriber shout-outs and questions, rumor reports, or anything else fragrance-related I feel like ranting about. Get it? Got it? Good. So first up, for you niche lovers out there, the House of Byredo is taking a page out of Tom Ford's book. They are re-releasing, yep, you heard me, re-releasing one of their discontinued fragrances. The fragrance is unnamed. No, really, the fragrance is called Unnamed. The Unnamed fragrance originally released back in 2016, yep, 3 years ago, when the company was going over their 10-year anniversary, like happy birthday, which they later discontinued, and because of its extreme popularity, and a lot of you people out there asking for it over and over and over again, they decided to bring it back. Or are they just greedy, money-hungry little bastards? So I know what you're thinking, Big B, why did they call the fragrance Unnamed? Well, the company stated that sometimes, the name of a fragrance really makes a person think the fragrance smells one way, and they wanted to take that completely out of the mix, so they called it Unnamed. Currently, the fragrance is scheduled to release at the end of this month. Yes, January 31st. It should be readily available for purchase from Byredo.com. I think it's .com. Or anywhere that Byredo fragrances are sold. The fragrance is said to have notes of spicy pink pepper, icy gin, fuck is icy gin? Pine, turpentine, and hints of balsam. Are you excited about this Unnamed fragrance? If so, comment below and let your boy know. Now, in other news, last week I released a video on the House of Parfums Vintage where they released X-Batch Intense. Well, they're planning on releasing it. That video was pretty much like a first impressions on that new release X-Batch Intense, and some of you had questions that you may have missed in the video or that I may not have mentioned, so I decided to take a moment to clear them up. Now, Jeffrey Pittman stated he felt the video seemed a little bit like a commercial, while Chris Malone and JB said, Big B, you didn't even tell me where to purchase it. Two separate and totally opposing views, so allow me to clarify. So Chris and JB and anyone else who was wondering like where the links are, let me clear this up. So when I did the video at that time, and I think at this very moment, the fragrance is not available for purchase. So there's no link for me to put out there for you to purchase. I apologize. Now, if you're looking to pick it up, then obviously once it comes out, it's a Parfums Vintage fragrance, and in traditional Parfums Vintage fashion, you can find it on parfumsvintage.com. So essentially it was like a preview for what's to come down the line. That stated, for Lewis or anyone else who may have gotten that commercial type of vibe, trust me, it wasn't. Traditionally, when companies want to get like a commercial or a video made, they want to see ROI, return on investment. And there's two ways to do that. One, you can use a discount code / coupon code, or two, you can use a link to see how much traffic is being driven by that specific person. And therefore, they have neither. They have no traffic and no coupon code, therefore there will be zero return on investment for them. So hopefully that clarifies your question / statement. So this leads me to my next topic, which should stir the pot a little bit. It might get a little dialogue down in the comments, but this is now officially a Frag-Rant. So my next topic is one that I feel like most people don't like unless it's a giveaway time. We're about to get a little controversial, people. Yep, we're talking sponsored videos. Now, I know I might catch a little hell for talking about this from some of the viewers out there, some other reviewers, and maybe even some companies, man. Some people just might not like it, but in traditional Big B fashion, I try to keep it real with y'all, and this is as real as it's gonna get. Look, sponsored videos have always been a bit taboo, and it's something that I see talked about a lot, whether it's down in my comment sections, whether I'm looking around on Instagram, or just people hit me up and like, Big B, how do I get more sponsors? It's something that we need, but sometimes we don't like it. It's a little frowned upon. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, and I'll get this out the way. Do I do sponsored videos? Yes, I do. I do the motherfuckers well. Look, man, it's not a secret. I do sponsored videos, and I traditionally announce it in the video by saying this video is sponsored by, or today's video sponsor is, or sometimes I'll just link it down below. I'll say, hey, this video is sponsored by this. Fuck, I even have a whole playlist dedicated to sponsored videos. when I can remember to click that button for sponsored videos. But it is no secret. But at the same time, I want to be clear on what I sponsor, because not everything deserves to be talked about, and not everything you should receive money for. So have I ever received money to say, hey, this fragrance is great? No, I've never done that type of sponsored video. One, it's because I respect that you guys trust and value my opinion. Like, that goes a long way. Two is I would never want you to spend your hard-earned money on something that I think is shit, even though some of you do, like Noir Anthracite by Tom Ford. It's fucking shit. But the reality of it is YouTube is a job. Like, if you want to be good at YouTube, you have to be consistent. You have to upgrade your equipment. You have to make videos better. You have to respond to your subscribers. You have to bring new content, which costs money. So therefore, you're always gonna have, in my personal opinion, some type of sponsorship, or you should have some type of sponsorship. But at the same time, a lot of people don't think that reviewers should be paid. And listen, I get it. I get it, right? You're like, look, I want you to give me 100% truth, and you may not be able to do that if you're getting paid for it, but I know that you can. And here's the deal, man. Other communities in YouTube, fragrance community, fashion community, watch community, everybody else gets paid. You know what I'm saying? To some extent, they get paid. But here's what you don't do, right? This is a company that I was going to get money for talking about their product, right? I don't like it. Therefore, you guys never heard about it because I turned it down. So here's the deal. I don't believe that companies should kiss our ass, because I did see that out there. Like, hey, reviewers think companies should kiss their ass. No. I feel like we should get full presentations of your stuff if you want us to talk about it, because I know how much money we bring these companies. At least I know how much that I bring into companies, right? Which can be a lot. So here's the deal. When I first started, I reached out to a company and said, hey, I just want to know how much money I bring you in a video. This is not because I want to charge you for something. I just want to know for future, whenever I get big, that'll lie, you know what I'm saying, what I could bring. And it was like, I don't know if we want to do that. I said, look, I guarantee you I'm not going to charge you, right? I just want to see it. So they sent it to me, all right? I did 2 videos for this company. I talked about them twice. The rest of it, I just left a link down there. If I can put a screenshot somewhere, I will. But they made $66,000, not 6,000, not 600, $66,000 from those 2 videos, right? That's more than the average American household income, right? So if I talk about your company and you get $66,000, if I do a full review, because the whole video wasn't about them, if I do a full review in your company and you get $100,000+, then fuck, you should at least send me a full presentation. So listen, man, that's just my 2 cents on this, or my $66,000 in this. And there's a lot of other companies that I've made money for that, listen, I don't get paid for. You guys hit me up all the time like, Big B, why you don't have a discount code for Alexandria? Well, because it's independent videos. I just talk about it because I feel like talking about it. Or any other company out there I feel like talking about, like Parfum Vintage and things like that, I don't get codes. It's just talk about it because I like their products. If I like it, I talk about it. If I don't talk about it. There's some companies out there who sent me stuff and I've talked about it and said it was shit. I've never received anything else from them. This is what it is. But you guys don't remember that. All you remember is what I get paid for. Or think I'm getting paid for something when I'm really not, man. So listen, there's a lot of times out there when I speak highly of a fragrance and some of you be like, oh, he must have got paid for it. No, just because I like a fragrance and you may not like it doesn't mean that I'm getting paid for it. I've never, ever accepted money to say, yes, this fragrance smells amazing. Never done it. Never will. And just because somebody sent me a product, it does not mean that 1, they'll even make it to the fucking channel. Or 2, that I'm going to give them a positive review. I know I have screenshots of that somewhere. I'll just post them if I can. So I guess the conversation that I want to come up from this down in the comments so I can kind of engage in this with you guys is, 1, why is this okay in every other segment of the world except for Instagram and YouTube? I mean, nobody out there is talking about Shaq riding around in a Buick commercial saying he's going, that's what we know damn well Shaq can't fit in a Buick, all right? And then 2, no one's talking about LeBron James and a Kia. When you ever seen LeBron James in a Kia out in public? Never. If you can find it, send it to me. I mean, there's a lot of celebrities, hence I'm not a celebrity, they get paid for product reviews, man, and doing things because they just want the money. Us as fragrance reviewers or people who take fragrance stuff on Instagram, we have an invested interest in fragrance, right? We like it, like really like it. We had people have had hundreds of bottles way before they were even sent anything, all right? So that's my personal thoughts on that. I want to know, what do you guys think on that? Is it like wrong? Is it morally incorrect to receive monetary compensation to talk about a product that I already like? At the end of the day, social media is a business. For reviewers like me who put out a high amount of content on a weekly basis, 5 to 7 videos a week, then this is a business, all right? And you should, in my personal opinion, be compensated for that. Listen, we're not getting the money from y'all, right? Just remember that. So comment below and give me your thoughts. So next up, let me take a few questions from the world of YouTube and Instagram and Snapchat. So first up, the question that comes from Will One Shot Fragrance, and he said, Big B, I already know you know, man. When is Cacao Dreams coming back? One, I did not know. So I found out for you, and it is February 15th. If any of you guys or girls are out there looking for Cacao Dreams, according to Hanny, February 15th, you back in action. Next up, I got a question from Lewis on Snapchat, and he said, Big B, what is a barbershop fragrance, and what is a fragrance that I could pick up that smells like a barbershop scent? And I said, well, that one, sir, that one's like changing a bit, right? Because in today's world, at least in the barbershops that I go to now, it's all about different scents. Different scents that they're using on your beard, whether it's mojito, blah, 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 whatever. Now, in traditional sense, when we talk about barbershop fragrances, we're talking about a traditional type of barbershop, where back in the day, you would go in and you would smell like aftershave, you would smell like shaving cream, you would smell, what is that, Barbasol, whatever, you would smell that stuff inside a barbershop. So that's what we're referencing when we talk about a barbershop fragrance. One, I'm not truly a fan of barbershop fragrances. One, I just don't want to walk around smelling like a barbershop, so therefore I shy away from them. But in my personal opinion, one that is extremely close and is well priced to what a barbershop would smell like, it automatically puts me in that mindset. It's called At the Barbers. It's by Mason Margiela, and it's on the Replica series. It smells just like a barbershop. And then finally, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up with the weekly fragrance rotation King of the Week. I mean, last week I said I'm gonna call y'all kings. So if you're a woman out there, I will call you a queen. Boom! Let's see what we did here. Tracy, Trey C.E. is his name. And Monday he wore, what's up with y'all starting the week on Monday? The calendar starts on Sunday, okay? At least in the US. So you may not be in the US, and I apologize for that. Look, the missus agrees with y'all on this Monday thing, okay? The week will start on Monday, but there's a lot of people I had this conversation with. Look, man, the week starts on Monday. I mean, no, Sunday. I mean Sunday. The week starts on Sunday and ends on Saturday. So don't include Sunday in your weekend. It's the beginning of the week.
You start the week with a day off?
You do. You start the week with a day off. Back to this rotation. On Monday, he wore Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum with 2 compliments. On Tuesday, he wore Acqua di Gio Profumo. He got 1 compliment. On Wednesday, Chanel Allure Extreme, 1 compliment. Thursday, Spice Bomb Original, 0 compliments. On Friday, Coach Platinum with 0 compliments. And then on Saturday, he had Versace Dylan Blue with 0. And then on Sunday, he had Creed Aventus with 0. Listen, so it doesn't just happen to me. You guys go through days without compliments too. Listen, man, MAFA, make America fresh again. So that concludes this week's Frag-Rant. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment below and comment on everything so we can have a nice conversation. Don't forget to list your weekly fragrance rotation on the weekly fragrance rotation video dropping soon. It's your boy Triple B signing out. You stay fragrant, B gang.